Raid Shadow Legends. Clan Boss just reset. I have a new champion that I've been working on. A rare Void Dwarf champion. You might know him. Bulwark. Here he is. Here's the gear I have on him. I'm going to show you the gear. We're going to jump into the Clan Boss. The Clan Boss is the only thing I can see him that he would be good on, right? I can't see him used anywhere else in the game. Unfortunately, I do not have an accuracy banner for him. He's only at 186, which is fine for Nightmare Clan Boss. I'd still like it to be at 200, but when we go into Ultra with him, it's not going to be good at all because we still need accuracy to proc this skill right here. To be able to activate this skill when he gets hit, to have a chance to do it, we still need accuracy because it can be resisted. Of course, he has the lower weaken, and then he also has an HP burn on him, which I think does a little bit less because he's rare. If he was epic or above, it would do a higher HP burn. And then for his masteries, I did do his masteries today. We have crit damage. We go all the way down to War Master to try to get a little extra damage on the Clan Boss. We have things to give him more accuracy. We have things to extend debuffs because he does a lot of debuffs. And then we have a 5% chance to increase the chance to do those debuffs for his weaken. I don't think his burn needs it, but we really didn't have a lot of other options to pick for him, so we went for that. So that's what I have on him. I do have it maxed out. I could pick a few other things, but it really doesn't matter. We don't really need anything else for him. So here he is. He is a rare Void Dwarf, and I'm hoping he does well because I want him. Let's go ahead and jump into it while we're talking about it because these battles might take a minute. So we go into, again, if you can think of any other areas in the game that he would be useful in, please let me know. Let me know where you think he would work because I can't see him being used anywhere else. I'm going to replace Rosin Scarhide, who has our decreased defense and our weaken, because this guy brings a weaken. I can't see replace anybody else. We have to have the attack down. I like using Bad L. I could replace Bad L actually. We can't replace our poisoner, and we cannot replace Martyr for her decreased defense and her counter attack and her attack down, but we really don't need her attack down with Altan, but we do need her for the rest. So where is this dwarf? Here he is. Okay, so here we go. We're just gonna roll it this way because I know the damage that we normally do. We normally do on auto, we do, and this is just a regular clan boss, the Nightmare Clan Boss. We do anywhere from, I would say, maintenance soon. I hope we're able to record this and keep it. It says maintenance soon. I do anywhere. Let's keep an eye out for whenever he's attacked. Whenever he's attacked, if he does the extend debuffs. Okay, not that time. I do anywhere from 24 to 28 to 29 million on auto on the Nightmare Clan Boss. So let's see what we get this time. We're doing good with the debuffs. Now all we need is for our little dwarf here to proc. Now remember, it's only when he gets hit, so it's not as good as the other ones. It's not as good as Septimus, Vizier. I think we got it that time because it went to a 4-turn. Yeah, we actually got a double. Did we get a double one on that? I'm going to have to go back and look at the replay, but we did pretty good on that. If he can actually keep doing that, then he will be a huge benefit to anybody's team out there, especially if you're new to the game, if you're coming up in the game, if you're trying to do better in the Clan Boss in general, you want to get more damage going. You have, I should have put him as lead. That's what I was supposed to do. He does actually have a decent lead. He's got an increased defense lead. It's not a huge amount. It's like 17%. And I'm supposed to have him in the lead so he can get hit like this and even have a higher chance of increasing the debuffs. That's right. Okay, so next time we'll put him in lead for the Ultra Clan Boss run. Ultra Clan Boss is going to be much faster. You know, we're going to go down and die much quicker because the boss is just a lot stronger and we'll die faster. So that one will be a faster run. But for now, we're just going to have to keep an eye out and we'll put him as lead in that. He can take the hits. He's got a lot of defense and he's got a decent amount of HP. So he should be able to take the hits for a while. And then we've got Bad L to get him out of stun. We've got Steel Skull to get him out of stun. We'll be fine. Be good to go. So we've got a good amount of debuffs up. I think it's working. Except for right now, it'd be really good because they're all going to drop off. It would have been really good, I think, if he was in this leader slot, we would have already had multiple times of him being able to extend these debuffs already, just from being hit. Yeah, it's working though. It really is working. He's increasing the debuffs. Granted, it's only a 30% additional. It's only a 30% chance when he is hit, but still, it can add up to a lot because he's already given us a weaken. He's defense based, so he's doing damage off of. He has 2 hits, but he's doing damage off of War Master. Whenever he procs War Master, he's doing damage off of his weaken is helping out all of us. His HP burn is helping out, of course, whenever that's up. So I mean, he's a good unit. He's a very good unit. My plan is to make an all rare Clan Boss team, Nightmare Clan Boss team, to be able to bring in all rare, not crazy gear, And of course, we don't have a crazy great haul. All we have is a lot of things in accuracy, and be able to at least 4-key or 3-key the Nightmare Clan Boss. Because I think that's a big accomplishment for a lot of people. If you can come in here and 4-key or 3-key the Nightmare Clan Boss, hopefully 3-key. I don't see why we can't do that. So what my plan is, since we have time, this looks like it's going to be a while, is to bring in, what do we need? We need a Poisoner, so we're going to bring in Kale. We need him, so we're going to bring in Bulwark. We're going to put him as lead. We're going to need somebody to do decreased defense. Now, the only one in the rare category that can do the high decreased defense of 60% that's pretty often and pretty reasonable is War Maiden. I feel like if you look at any of the other champions in rare category or uncommon category, they can do the higher decreased defense, the 60% now. It's not very good. The only one that's actually decent is War Maiden. It's on a 3-turn cooldown. It's for 2 turns. If we can get it to apply and then we can get it to extend with Bulwark, then we'll be okay. And at least we'll have it up pretty often. So who do we have? We have War Maiden, we have Kale, we've got Bulwark. Now we need, who else? We need Apothecary for speed increase. We'll use Apothecary because he's a rare, of course, and he's fantastic. And we will use one other. Who was the other one I was thinking about? Now I can't even remember. It was somebody pretty common that we're all familiar with using rare-wise. So anyways, that's one, Kale. Yeah, so I don't know who it is, but we're going to do an all rare run. And again, we're trying to do 4-key, if not 3-key Nightmare Clan Boss, so that you can get those good rewards. The Nightmare Clan Boss in the last week has given me 2 Sacred Shards. I know that's not the best. A lot of people don't get Sacred Shards very often from the Nightmare Clan Boss. We used to get it all the time until they adjusted it, but it still happens. We still get a good amount of books. We still get a good amount of gems. We still get Sacred Shards like I got lucky with. And it's possible. You still get those books. You still get those Sacred Shards. So any account out there that can't do Nightmare Clan Boss, hopefully after that video we'll be able to do it, and it will be probably because of our help from Bulwark here. So we'll see how it goes. We will see how it goes. So right now, unfortunately, we don't have a damage meter over here to see how we're doing. So we just have to kind of go through this slow battle. Now, I didn't see an extend there because we're only at 1, so he did not extend that time, unfortunately. But he could extend here soon to keep everything up. Let's see, or no, it's going to drop off. He's going to take the damage right before he attacks. So we have a few things to keep stay up. Come on, Bulwark, let's go, let's get it. Oh no, single target attack. Man, we really need him. It's going to be crazy different because we're talking about double the attacks. Way more attacks on him. So many more attacks to be able to proc this extend debuffs. Now Vizier, Warlord, Septimus, of course, they do it whenever they attack, which is far better. But in the Ultimate Clan Boss, the Ultra Clan Boss, it's not going to be that bad because we're kind of at the same speed as that Clan Boss is at 190. We're not too high above that, so really we're not. I don't have a super fast all speed team for my guys yet for the Ultra. I'd like to have everybody just ungodly fast and go in there like I used to do with Nightmare Clan Boss. I was just crazy fast. I'd go in there, hit auto, and we would just do insane damage. About the same thing, about 30 million per key on this Clan Boss right here. So now my guys have been adjusted. You know, I played around with trying to do speed tuning, keep them all about 190 to 200. Martyr is the slowest at 191 to 200. And so I don't have all that speed gear. And then now all my other gear is on so many other champions for faction wars. It's crazy. So I don't even know where my gear is right now. It is all over the place. I really need to get a hold and a handle of what gear I have, where it's at, and where I need to put it. All I know is some of my fastest gear is, of course, on Apothecary. My fastest is on Arbiter, and then the rest of it is mixed all around the place. So I don't know. So we're at 7 minutes. It shouldn't be too much longer. We're probably going to go to about, what, 8 minutes or so on this for the Nightmare Clan Boss. Should be about that. And I'm guessing that his damage should be decent. If it's anywhere near alt hands, then he did his job as far as what Rosin would have done. But I don't know how they, you know, I've never had a debuff extender, so I'm sure you guys can tell me in the comments below, how does the damage do? Like the damage, extending the debuffs are going to increase the damage of the other people, right? So it's going to increase Steel Skull's damage if it's increasing the duration of these poisons. It's not going to add that damage to our little guy here. So really we kind of need to look at the overall damage. And for the most part, we need to look at Bad L's damage because he does poisons. We need to look at Steel Skull's damage because he does poisons. And if those were extended, then their damage should be a lot higher. So we'll see. We'll see what their damage is. It looks like it's winding down. So we're at 8 minutes. See how much longer we can hold out here. But I think he's going to be good. And I think an all-rare team is going to be really fun. You know how I love doing all-rare stuff. I love having that challenge. And now he's going for Martyr. I love having that challenge of just trying to use these champions that most people don't use. Or we did use. We used them a lot. We used Kale a lot. We used Apothecary a lot. We used all those champions a lot coming up. I used to have 2 Kales I used to use in the Nightmare Clan Boss actually coming up. So my boy, our little boy Dwarf, bit it right there. He's got good defense, but I don't think he has really high HP right now. He should have decent. So let's see how much longer. Because, of course, my other guys here are really decked out to be much stronger than he is because I didn't want to go and take Rosin's gear, put it on Bulwark, and then have to change it back out because he's got pretty decent gear on him too. But if we're not going to use him anywhere else, and we're not going to. I mean, with what I have and where I'm at in the stage of my game, obviously I'm probably not going to use him ever again after this, but it's fun to try out. That's how I do with a lot of my champions. I'll be able to use them in Dwarf Faction Wars. Maybe there's a boss in there that he'll do really well on stage 14, 21, something like that we'll be able to use him in. So let's see here. I'm just hoping for about 25 million. I think 25 million would keep us square in between what we normally get there. Normally we get, you know, like I said, 23, 25 to 29 million. So if we can hit between there, 26 million will be good. Then we'll know he actually performed very well and that anybody who has him can try him out. 26 million. Hey, he did. Let's see. Yep. So Steel Skull did really good damage, and of course that's included. Now remember, we didn't put him as lead. If we would have put him as lead, I think these numbers would have been a little bit higher. And I'm impressed with it. Look at that by himself. So maybe the damage does count for him. The guy alone almost pulled, you know, 5 million. That's great. 5 million for a rare in here. That's fantastic. Okay, let's go over here. Let's go to the real test. Ultra Nightmare Clan Boss. So we're gonna go in here, same setup. Okay, whenever you counterattack, it goes here, here, down, down, down. So that's fine. We just want to make sure we get our debuffs up before we get our poisons up so we don't block it out. So the way we have it set up is fine. Oh yeah, whoa. Okay, let's put him in as lead. So it's a 17% defense increase. That's fine, I'll take it. We really don't need the crit. Most of these people have really high crit anyways, or crit really not, it's not that big of a deal here. So here we go. Here is the true test. What can we get? So normally on auto with this team, with Rosin in here, I'll get, it's a big variation with this. I got to tell you, it's a big variation. I could go anywhere from 14 million to 23 million. I think it's been my best. 23 million I think has been my best, and 14 million or even 13.5 has been my lowest. Now I will say that's not on auto. 23 wasn't on auto. So let's see. I think on auto the highest I've usually gotten is around 20 to 21. Now that's for real. So 20 to 21 and 14. So if we can get 16, we'll be doing really good. If we can get 16 million, we'll be doing really good. And you will know that this guy is doing some work. So Bulwark, I already know he is. From what we just saw, man, he's good for anybody's team. If you can fit him in there, that's if you can fit him in there. Now remember, I had to take out Rosin, who does do decreased defense and weaken on a 3-turn cooldown for 2 turns. Very strong. When the boss drops down and changes affinity and starts applying a buff on himself, Rosin can take that off with his skill 1. Obviously, I've got a team that's got a lot of legendaries and very strong. I've got counterattack with Martyr. She brings the decreased defense. She brings the counterattack all by herself, so I don't have to worry about that. You might have to be bringing in somebody else to bring your decreased defense down. So I know it can be hard to probably fit this guy in. But coming up, being mid-game, early game, even in-game, depending on what you have, we can see this guy can do some work. He can really add some damage to your clan boss team. And again, I don't see anywhere else where he's viable. He has no AoE. His attacks aren't that good. All he's doing is putting up a couple debuffs and extending debuffs. So even if I were to bring him into dragons where poisons do really well on dragons, he would just slow my team down. He's not going to help clear. He's going to do really slow on the dragon, so that's no good. Fire Knight, same thing. He's not going to help clear. He's not going to do tremendous on the Fire Knight as well, even though he does have a 2-hit skill 1. He's just... That's it. This is what he's built for. Clan boss, nothing else. I don't see him good in anything else. And I don't really see him extending these debuffs a lot. It's hard. It's going to be hard too. I haven't even paid attention to see if he gets resisted. Now remember, my guys on here have like 250. Some of them had 300 accuracy. This dwarf right now only has 100. He doesn't have an accuracy banner. If he did, he'd be up at 260 accuracy. So right now he's at like 190 something. So if we had an accuracy banner, we could get him up to 260. It wouldn't be a problem then. So right now I've been talking a lot, running my mouth a lot, so I haven't really paid attention to see. Okay, right now would be a great time. Let's do it. No. Okay, we didn't get that extension. That would have helped out a tremendous amount because all of those are about to drop off. Almost all of them are about to drop off. So let's see. Let's see what we can get. I don't know. I'm sure he's going to get resisted. This boss resists like crazy. Even when I have 300 accuracy on my people, this boss just seems, especially versus Steel Skull, and I'm not talking about misses where you don't see anything. I'm talking about when you activate your skill to do it and you see the resist come up. This boss seems to resist far more than the Nightmare Clan boss. I don't know why, but he does. To me, he does. He resists all the time, even with much higher accuracy. And I know you don't have to go over 300 for this guy. There's just no way. Like 250, 300, you should be golden. I think it extended then. It's hard for me to tell. I'm going to be able to tell. Okay, we got a lot of debuffs up right now. This is really good right now. It's hard for me to tell, and it'll be easier on the replay when I can pause it, or even when you guys are watching it, you can pause it, you can look back, you can see the numbers and everything that's happening with it. No, it didn't extend then too, because these would not be, we wouldn't see one here, we'd see two. We're getting up some decent debuffs though. I can't complain this round. We're actually getting up, we're filling it up. That's good. I just wish if his amount was 50%, here we go. Okay, now he's not even hitting Bulwark. So that's no good on that one. Now we are losing a little bit of damage because we are using a lower weaken. So Rosin would be putting up the 25% weaken, which increases all our damage by a bit. Instead, he's doing the 15%. Now he is adding an HP burn too, so that's decent. But it's an HP burn of only 50,000, not 75,000, because he's rare. Why it's different? Because Polarium always wants to make it so that weaker champions can't be used in the game. Hey, I don't know. It's just how they like to do it. So let's see. We just got to get lucky with some extends and see what our final... It's going to come to a conclusion soon. We're probably going to get to about 6 minutes, 7 minutes. I don't think we're going to make it much further. We should start losing somebody. These are up pretty good though. We've been... No extend on that one either. Man, I'm ready to... I just want to see it extend, and I want to see it all go all the way across and just have it up. Because I don't have Septimus, I don't have Warlord, I don't have Vizier, obviously. So I want to be able to see... I want to be able to see this dwarf extend. I think he extended there. So definitely let me know your thoughts. I'll cut this off after it. We went over his gear. We went over his stats. We went over his masteries in the beginning of this. This is Bulwark. Again, this is the only place I can see him viable. I cannot see him used anywhere else in the game. Not even on 15 keeps or anything. You just wouldn't want to use him anywhere else, really. Even Faction Wars, I don't want to use him because I don't think he's going to be viable. He's not going to help out really in Faction Wars. If there's a boss in Faction Wars that we could use him in, then we'll try him out on that later on. But again, from the bosses that I've seen, I don't think he's going to help out. I don't think there's going to be anything in Faction Wars that he's going to help out with either. This is just like a one-trick pony. This is all he's going to be good for, nothing else. And even then, we'll have to see if he's really good for it. Let's see by our final score. We know he's good for Nightmare. He did really well. And if he did well there, then he should be doing a good performance here. So he is good for it. I think he's going to help some teams out. So be on the lookout. Try to use him at 50 if you want to. Take him up to 50. Try him out. Gear him out. He's still going to do the same thing he's doing right now, except he's just not going to have War Master to get you an additional damage. So you'll still be able to see how he does. You'll still be able to see if he's increasing your debuffs. I wish he would hit. I wish he would hit my dwarf. What's this clan boss? He knows my plan. This clan boss knows what I'm up to. That's why he's the ultra. Well, all right, we're holding out. We're holding out pretty good here. But we're not going to come back health-wise from this, I don't think. No, he got healed. Okay. Nope, Martyr's not going to come back because she did not. She did a buff instead of taking her hit. Ugh. All right, so it's time for everybody to die. So again, if you need to check back through it, check at the beginning of the video. Thank you all so much for watching. Thank you so much for the support. Let me know your thoughts on Bulwark. Are you using him? Do you think he's worth using? You know, do you think he did an honorable performance damage-wise on the Nightmare Clan Boss? I think both he's going to do okay. 17 million. So just what I said. Exact middle of what I said, what I normally do on my regular auto runs. So look at this. 3 million, 3.6. Yeah. The guy's golden. There's nothing wrong with him at all. That's all he's used for is the clan boss, and he does a good job at that. So if you can fit him in, try to fit him in, and that's all I've got. I'll see you guys all on the next video. Thanks so much for watching.